Hey everyone, it's 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗓 here, and today I'm going to be talking about what I believe that it's absolutely key when it comes to changing habits. This is what I have done in my own life and what I teach my clients to doing as well. When it comes to change those habits that you have always wanted to change, but you can never really keep, those habit changes and the consistency and being determined and disciplined around this particular habit that it's a challenge for you to change, okay? So the most important thing is really visualizing the process. Not so much if you're visualizing the end result, but like let's say if you want to start exercising, really visualizing what you're going to do, like let's say for tomorrow when you are going to do the exercise of your choice. So for me, for example, is okay, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna put my shoes on, put these clothes on, they are just here, and I'm going to go outside, and I'm gonna do this loop around the block or whatever, around my neighborhood or whatever it is. And then I'm going to, walk for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna come home. So it's really visualizing the step-by-step process, because what happens is when you wake up and you want to exercise and you haven't been doing for a long time, or you have kind of started and stopped and you don't know how to be consistent on this new habit that you're wanting to form for good, our minds gets a little bit confused, because that's not what the mind does. That's not what you do. So the mind gets like, well, what now? And in that confusion, you fall back into doing the same thing that you normally do, which is, leave it for later. I'm too busy. I'm going to look at my phone when I wake up and so on and so on. So if you visualize, there is no doubt, there is no opportunity for the mind to get confused, because you know where your shoes are, your clothes are, you know what you're going to do. It's walking you chose or whatever exercise you chose. You know that, where you're going to go exactly, so you don't have to get confused about like, oh, where should I go, or how long should I walk, or, what should I do? There is no confusion. You know exactly what you need to do. This has been so important when I came to change any of my physical habits and emotional habits too, because as soon as you leave your mind the space to like a blank space or kind of an open canvas, your mind will default into your old habits, because that's what you know. That's what's ingrained in you. That's what your subconscious mind, does for you. It takes the control of doing what you know. And you don't want to do that. You want to rewrite that. So it's going to take time. So the more you keep practicing that, you can't only do that once. You need to keep doing. So let's say, I am going to exercise, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, like the Sunday before the Monday, you need to do the same thing. I'm going to, think about all the little steps. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to put those shoes, those clothes. I'm going to go for a walk, 10 minutes walk. This is what I'm going to do. This is where I'm going to go. And then I'm going to come back. And then on Tuesday night, you do the same thing. And then on Thursday night, you do the same thing, until this becomes so ingrained in you that you wake up and you know exactly what you were doing. So that becomes automatically a little bit like when you're riding your bike or when you're driving. Sometimes you drive to a place and you forget half of the journey. Why is that? Because your subconscious mind has taken over and it's doing what it knows how to do, which is to drive your car. Okay, so this is how a habit becomes part of who you are once you start doing it automatically. And trust me, it will become automatically if you keep going around the same cycle of visualizing the details step by step and doing it, and visualizing the step by step and doing it. Visualize. So that's the practice that if you do so many times, and I can sit here and say to you like, oh, it's going to take you 21 days, it's going to take you 30 days. It's going to take how many times it takes for you to make that habit ingrained in you. Okay, I think that's really important. Don't get so focus on how many days exactly it's going to take for this to become really automatic for me. Just keep doing and practicing, and before one day you wake up and you think, what, that's what I do, and your body automatically wakes you up to exercise, like what happens to me these days. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.